Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with another video for my posting every day in January, I guess it's in December as well. Today I wanted to share with you the list of products that I want to pan in 2025. And I had a list last year of 50 products, and I'm going to do the same this year. I'm going to have 50 makeup products, so just makeup specifically. I'm not including any skincare or anything like that in this video. This is purely makeup, and of course I'm not necessarily expecting to finish all of them, but if I can get through the majority of these throughout the year, that would be amazing, and ultimately I would ideally like to get out all of these products before the end of the year. So I do have quite a long list, of course, of products, so I'm going to jump into the video, but before I do that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So I have these organized basically by product categories. So I'm going to start with the first category, which is concealers. And I have a couple concealers on the list. The first one is this one right here, which I'm actually using as an eyeshadow primer. This is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer in C0, which is just a white concealer. Again, I use this one as a primer for my eyeshadow. And this one is already quite low. I did have it in my Yellow Project pan in the last year, and I can already see that the one is going out quite empty. I do probably have to take the stopper out soon, not quite yet though, but soon. And I'm foreseeing this to go quite quickly once I, take the stopper out. But yeah, this is the first product that I want to finish this year, and I don't think there's going to be any issues at all. The second kind of concealer type of product is this one right here. I did have one of these on my list last year as well. This is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in the shade Light to Medium. And this one is not full, but it does still have a lot of product in it. I haven't hit pan or anything, but I do like to use these quite regularly. I go out of periods where I use these ones daily in my daily routine, and then I can get out of the habit, and then I go months without using it at all, and then I get back into using it again. And I do really want to continue having the habit of using this because I do have this one and then one more backup of this product. So I would really like to get both of those out within the next couple of years, just because they are a bit older. These were purchased before Becca went out of business, just before they went out of business. I stocked up because I wasn't sure if it was going to come back. But now, of course, it is housed, or it is sold by Smashbox. So I can still get this product if I want, but this specific one is quite old, so I would want to finish this one up this year. And then the third concealer that I actually don't have on me or to show you because I cannot find it right now. I haven't been able to find it since my move. I am 90% sure that I packed it. I'm not 100, but I'm pretty sure that I packed it. But it must be in a different box than what my rest of my makeup was. I believe what has happened is that I had this maybe on my desk, and it wasn't in its normal spot. So maybe I used it one morning and then I put it down on the side of my desk rather than inside of my kind of concealer and base drawer. And then I packed it when I did my very last kind of miscellaneous product packing, and we haven't unpacked all of those boxes yet because that's just a lot of random things. So I think this concealer is in one of those boxes. And if I can find it, that would be the product that I would try to pan. If I haven't found it by the next quarterly update, I will kind of count this as lost, but I do still think I have it. And that is the Kosas Revealer Concealer. I think that's what it's called, right? I have mine in quite a light shade. If I have a shade name, I can put that on screen, but that is what I want to finish up. I think I have about 2/3 to half maybe left of it, so still a decent amount. But I would like to finish that up because I know Kosas products go off a bit quicker. And also, it's not my favorite concealer. It's a bit too low coverage for me, but it does it really nicely, but it's a bit too low coverage for me. And if I can't find that, I actually have picked out a backup product to finish instead, just because I feel like it would be cheating to put something on here when I can't even find it right now. But if I can find that, that would be the product that I will try to pan. And otherwise, the product that I will use instead is my Laura Mercier Real Flawless Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 1W1 Cashmere. And this one I actually purchased last year, so it's not very old in my collection, but I like it. It's what I'm wearing on my face today. It's a good foundation, but it's not something special. And because of that, I wouldn't mind finishing it, but also it's not necessarily something that needs to be on the list right now because it's not that old in my collection yet. But this is going to be the product that I'll try to finish in the next year if I can't find my Kosas concealer. Otherwise, this one will be removed from the list for the next updates. And that is actually a really good transition to the next product category, which is foundations. And I do have one more foundation on the list, and that is my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. This is like a tinted moisturizer kind of foundation. It's really nice. I do really like this product, but it's also a bit older. This is in the shade Natural 05, which is more of a summer shade for me, so not something that I would wear all year round, but I do think I can get through it during the summer months, which will be my goal for this product. I do also have a couple primers. We have two of them right here. The first one is my Heimish Artless Glow Base SPF 50+. This one is like moisturizer, sunscreen kind of primer. I really do like it. It gives you a really nice glowing base, and I do like it for the SPF. I do use this one in place of SPF when I use it. And I did use this on, I had it in my project last year for, I think it was 30 uses or something like that. And I did get a lot of use out of it. I can see it has been laying down now, but I think I'm sitting around like here. So I think I have a lot of it finished up already. And because of that, I think it's going to be quite an easy product to finish up next year. I also don't want it to sit in my collection for too long, because SPF products usually go off if they sit for too long. And again, this is something that I use in place of SPF when I use it. So I would like to use it up before the SPF kind of factor runs out. And then the second one is just a mini product. This is actually also relatively new in my collection, but I know that this is not my favorite primer anymore, and I just want to get it out, and it's going to be an easy kind of inventory number to get down. This is the Professional Primer from Benefit, and again, this is just a mini. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet, actually. It is completely brand new, but I would like to finish this one up in 2025 as well. Another product that I had in a project last year for usage goal, I think I had a 50 use goal on this one, and I'm so close to finishing it now, which is why I'm putting it in to finish this year. That is my Milk Hydro Grip setting spray. This is the Hydro Grip Set and Refresh spray. And as you can see, I don't have very much left of this one, so I do want to try to finish this one this year too. I don't think it's going to be hard at all. I think honestly I probably have max like 20 uses in here, if that. So it's going to be something that can be quite easily moved out. This is just like a mini size, I believe. This has 50 mils in it. So it's a good product, but it's not my favorite setting spray. I prefer the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, which is another reason why I want to get the specific setting spray out. A product that has not been in any project, but I have been using a lot organically because it's my favorite powder to use, and it's definitely something that I will repurchase as soon as it's out. But I thought I would throw it in here because it's going to be an easy win, because I would have gone through it this year anyway, I think. That is my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder in the shade Pound Cake. And as you can see, I don't have very much left of this one. You can see it's already very low. I purchased this one probably about a year ago, almost exactly. It was beginning of last year. So, you know, I've been using the rest of this product organically. It has 20 grams of product, which is quite a lot for a powder. And I do really like this one. This is, again, my favorite setting powder. It is the most smoothing setting powder I've ever experienced. And again, I would definitely repurchase this one once it's gone. But I wanted to pull this one in as an easy win because it's something that I use every day anyway. So it's going to be nice to work on and help get my numbers down. I have two more powder products left, which is the last ones for my base products. The first one is another Kosas product. This is the Kosas Comfy Cloud Set Powder. So this is the Cloud Set Powder in Comfy. This is actually a little bit deep for me. It's not too bad, but it's a little bit deeper than what I would wear right now. And I would like to get this one out because, again, it's the wrong color, but also I want to see how it kind of wears, and I think this one would be a really nice kind of powder foundation, and I heard that this one is really good for dry skin, which I do have. So I'm excited to work on this one and see what I can do with it. I do have another powder which is a little bit deeper for me, which I'm also trying to finish this year, so I'm hoping I can get through both of them, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to work on this one, and this is probably another product that once I finish it up I will repurchase, but in a lighter color and used to fit me better all year round. And then that last powder is something that is new to you guys, because this was on the list for products that I wanted to pan in 2024, but I was not able to do that, and that is the Chanel, what is this one called? Natural Finish Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent 3. This one has a massive dip in it because I worked on it this year in my Product Level Up, because in my rolling product pan you can see the dip there in the mirror. It's absolutely humongous, and I'm hoping to pan soon. And eventually, again, I want to finish this one up. But similar to the Kosas powder, this one is a little bit deep for me. So I can only use it on the perimeter of my face right now, or all of my face in summer. So this one actually is a massive powder as well. It has 15 grams in it, which is huge for pressed powder. So that's probably also why it's taking a bit longer to finish up. And it does have some hard pan now. So I will probably try to tape that and get that off. But I will continue working on it. And hopefully, again, I can get through both of these powders in 2025. So we're moving away from base products to cheek products, and the first product that I want to finish up this year is my Panda face palette. And if you haven't seen my introduction for that, maybe go check that out first if you don't want any spoilers on what I picked. Otherwise, that is this product right here, which is from MAC. This is the Flashing Eyes Extra Dimension Skin Finish Trio in the shade Light, which is a highlighter trio. This one looks like this. It's a super beautiful palette, and I'm excited to work on this one. But yeah, ultimately I would like to finish this one completely as well in 2025. And if that wasn't enough, I do have a couple more highlighters that I want to finish. The next one, actually both of them are rollovers from last year. The first one is my Sleek Solstice palette. I am very close to finishing this one. I only have one powder left, which is why I want to work on it. I'm probably going to work on it in conjunction with that highlighting palette from MAC. Yeah, but I think I can get through this highlighter. It's not my favorite shade, so I might have to franken it. We'll see. But yeah, I do want to get this one out because I'm so close on it anyway. I think I only have like 1 max 2 months left with this one. So it should be relatively easy to get out. And then the final highlighter we have is again a roller from last year, and that is this liquid highlighter right here from Pi. This is the Impossible Glow highlighting drops, and I did work on this one last year. You can see the progress lines. It's still sitting there at the base of that. And yeah, I think I can get through this one too in the year. It was beautiful to work on in summer. That's how I used the rest of the product. It was brand new at the beginning of 2024. So I think there's no problem getting this one out too. And since it is a liquid highlighter, I used it in different ways than my powder ones. So again, I think that's going to really help getting this one out in conjunction with those other 4. Alright, so we are coming towards an end of the base products. We have a couple more products to go first though. And next up we have blushes. I actually only have one blush on the list for this year because I think this one is going to take quite a while to finish. It is the blush that I'm wearing today, by the way, but that is the Balm Frat Boy blush. This is relatively old in my collection. I've had it for quite a few years. Blushes usually last for a long time, so I'm not worried about that too much, but I think it's time to get this one out because I don't know, I just feel like it's not my favorite blush. It's not like I dislike it. I'm obviously very excited to pan it. I wouldn't hate pan it just for the sake of it, but I feel like it's nothing too special in my collection, which is one of the reasons why I want to pan it. And it's not too used, no massive dip or anything, so I'm a little bit worried about getting through this one. I know Jessica tried to get through like the Balm mini blush in 2024, and she did not even manage to pan on it. And of course that might be a different formula, it might be pressed differently than this one, but it's the same brand, so it makes me a little bit worried. I know she's rolling over to this year to at least pan on, maybe finish. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. If I can't finish it, that's okay. I'm just going to try to get as much use out of it as I can, and we'll see how far I can get with it. But yeah, this is the next product and the only blush again that I'm going to work on this year, at least to try to finish. We do have 2 bronzers to go and 1 contour powder, and that's it for base products. The 2 bronzers that I have is first up from LYS. This is the No Limits Matte Bronzer in the shade Motivate, which is considered a light shade. This is more of a neutral kind of tone bronzer. I'm really excited to work on this one. I haven't reached for it too much, but I would just like to lower my bronzer numbers, and I think this one is going to be one that's going to be quite nice to work on. It's not massive either. It's 6.5 grams, so you know it's a decent size, but not massive. So I'm hopeful that I can get through this one in 2025. I almost forgot what year it is, 2025. And again, if that bronzer is too hard for me to finish, I do have a bit of a gimme product, which is also a roller from last year. And that is my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Matte Bronzer in the shade Light Medium. So this one is one that I tried to finish in 2024. And as you can see, I got very close. I am super close to finishing this one. And I'm going to continue working on this one to get it out in 2025. I don't think that's going to be any issues. Hopefully it will only take me about a month. And then I can use the rest of the year to focus on that LYS bronzer. Which hopefully means that I can get through both of these in the year. And for reference, by the way, because this one I used in 2024 and I didn't quite finish it, of course, but I did use majority of it, and this one has 9 grams, and again this one has 6.5, which makes me hopeful that I can get through that one too. And then lastly, for base products, we had that contour powder I talked about. This is from Kevyn Aucoin, and it's the sculpting powder in the shade Light. This one I've had for years and years, and I just never use it because I just never contour. But I want to give this one a chance to use as a contour powder. I think also it might work well in my brows. It might be a little bit light for that, but we'll see. But I'm hopeful I can get through it. If I don't get through it this year, I might declare it at the end of the year because I can't even remember last time I reached for this one, to be honest. And I know for a fact that I bought this one in 2016 because I bought it when I lived in Chicago, which I only did for the last 6 months of 2016. So again, it's very, very old. And if I don't get it out this year, it's going to end up being 10 years by the time 2026 rolls around. So it is time to get this one out. And again, if I can't do it, it probably will be decluttered at the end of the year. So next couple of products we have are all eyeshadows. First off, we have my Soft Glam palette from Anastasia. If you haven't seen my introduction to my palette, that's a little bit of a spoiler, but I decided to continue working on my Soft Glam palette. And I want to finish everything that's in here. I'm actually wearing this on my eyes today. I'm wearing 2 of the shades. I'm wearing Cypress Umber for my outer corner, and then I'm wearing Rustic for my crease and like base for the shimmer I'm wearing, and then on my lower lash line. So I'm going to try to finish the rest of this palette, and that is 7 shades. So this counts as 1 item, and again, I would like to finish this one up completely. And then continue on with eyeshadows, we also have the second half of my palette for this year, which is my BYOP. This one has quite a few products in it. It has, let's see, 12 items at the moment, which I would like to finish all of them. So we have Terra Moon Cinnamon Sugar. We have, this is from Glam Shop. What is it called again? It is called Pilk Scovy. We have this one here, which is Bismuth from the Pastel Roses, which is also, by the way, what I'm wearing on my eyes today for the shimmer. Then we have here from also Glam Shop Bombawi. We have this one here in the center, which is the shade Starlight from the Pastel Roses. Is it Starlight or Starburst? I always mix them up because they're so similar. It's Starlight, yeah. Then next to that, we have the shade Laser, again from Glam Shop. We have down here the shade Vegas Base from Glam Shop. This is the shade Starburst from the Pastel Roses. And then here we have the polished shade from NYX. It is a cream shade, so those are the big round ones. And then here on the side we have 3 ColourPop singles. These are just like the mini size. We have the shade Kaleidoscope, Prima Drama, and Champs. So those are all of the shades in here. Again, that counts as 12 items because these are like individual items, individual singles. So 12 there, and hopefully I can get through a majority of these as well. And if that wasn't enough, we do also have 2 rollovers from last year as well. We have 2 kind of single polished shadows. The first one is the shade Rosewood from Burberry. This is one that I was trying to finish up again in 2024, and I got very, very close. This is the shade that I use in my eyebrows, so that is the first one. I'm actually not using it in my eyebrows today though, but it's the normal one that I use in my eyebrows. And then the second one is this one right here, which is from Stila. This is the Magnificent Metals in the shade Metallic Peach. And yeah, that is another one that I would like to try to finish, but you can see I already have quite a head start with this shadow. And then the rest of the products that we have on the list are actually lip products. I do have quite a few lip products, and we have them most in this here in this container. So let's go through them. We do have 3 MAC lipsticks on the list. The first one is a rollover from last year as well. This is the MAC Retro Matte Lipstick in Relentlessly Red, which looks like this. It's just like a pinkier, kind of warm raspberry toned red. Or like, I wouldn't really call it red, even though it's called Relentlessly Red. It's more of a pink, but I'm very close to finishing this one from last year. So that is the first one. Then speaking of reds, we have actually a tube red. This one is my favorite red to wear. This is the shade Ruby Woo. It's getting quite old. You can see that I have a lot of organic wear on this one already. And I do also have a backup for this one, which is one of the reasons why I want to finish it up. So I think hopefully those 2 should be relatively easy because again, they are already quite used. Then we have one last MAC lipsticks. This is the matte lipstick in the shade Please Me, which is just like a pinky nude. There's definitely more of this one, but I also think I can wear it more regularly. So that is the third and final MAC lipstick. Then we have the lipstick that I'm wearing today. I'm wearing it with a lip liner today though, but this is the lipstick that I'm wearing today. This is the Milani Matte Naked lipstick, which is a classic, and everyone loves this lipstick, and I like it too. It's on my favorite nude, which is one of the reasons why I want to finish it up. It's also a little bit older, but you can see right there how much I have left of it. Again, I don't think it's going to be any issues finishing this one because I like wearing it, and it's a very good kind of neutral color for me that goes with a lot of different looks. I then also have 2 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks on my list. The first one is one that I do love, but it's also not too old in my collection, but I do actually have a backup of this one because I bought it myself and then my boyfriend bought it for me. So I do have a backup, which is one of the reasons why I want to finish it. But this is the shade Pillow Talk Medium, which is a little bit of a deeper nude. It looks like this, but I would like to finish this one. It might be more of an autumnal lipstick. We'll see if I get through it or not. Again, it's not too old, so if I don't, that's okay. But it would be nice because then I can get like one of those backups out of my collection. And then the next one from Charlotte Tilbury is also a rollover from last year. This is going to be a very, very easy one to finish because I already have really good progress on it, and that is the shade Lucky Diamonds. And as you can see, that is all I have left. So hopefully quite a nice give me product. So that is the next lipstick. Another one that I'm foreseeing being quite easy is this one right here, which is more of a lip balm type of product. This is the Lip Glow from Dior. Again, one that is quite old in my collection. It looks like this. This is how much I've left of it. It's like one of those pH changing lip colors. So yeah, I think this one again will be quite easy. It's going to be one that I'm going to keep in my handbag and hopefully use like quite regularly when I need a lip balm. One lipstick that I worked on last year but I didn't get too much progress on is my YSL Rouge Pure Couture lipstick in 17. It's a beautiful kind of peachy toned color, but you can see that there's a decent amount left in here. But I loved wearing this one and the formula is absolutely stunning. It's one of my favorites, so I don't think it's going to be any issues getting through this one either, hopefully. We then have this mini lipsticks from Smashbox. I've gone through a couple of these in the past, but this is the shade Famous. It's one of the Be Legendary lipsticks. And this is again more of a nudie shade. It's not my favorite nude, but I do think I can wear it quite often. I'm excited for this year because I'm panning less bright shades and more nudie shades. Even though those nudes aren't like my favorite, I think I can get use out of them in more looks than the vibrant colors that I usually try to pan. But luckily I got most of those out or decluttered, which means again I can focus on some of these like not favorite but still easier to wear colors. Another rollover from last year is this lipstick right here, which comes from L'Oreal. This is from the Balmain collection from a couple of years ago, in the shade Fever. I really love this one, and it's still has a lot of product in it, but I do think it's quite a versatile lipstick, even though it is more of a brighter shade, and it works really well for my undertone, so I'm excited to continue working on it. We have a couple lipsticks left, and I'm going to move on to glosses. So we do have two Colourpop lipsticks. The first one is in the shade Boa. Both these are Matte X lipsticks, by the way, and this one is more of a blue toned pink. As you can see, I think I'm going to wear this one mainly as a cream blush, but that is the first out of the two. And then the second one is quite a bold one. I'm not sure if I'm going to get through this one, but I think it's going to be nice to have in autumn. But yeah, this one is the shade Chateau, which again, as you can see, is more of a burgundy shade. So very different from what I'm usually panning, but I have a couple of these shades still in my collection, and I would like to start getting, you know, one or two out. All right, before we go into lip glosses, we do have one liquid lipstick, which is another rollover from last year. This is my Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Loyalist, which is just like a light pinkier toned nude. You can see right there, it is very light, and I can't really wear it on its own, but it's nice as a mixed lipstick, and I think it will work with really well with some of the products that I have already mentioned. So excited to continue working on this one too. I realized I forgot one lipstick because it's actually too big to keep in my lipstick container, at least the one I had before, because it's this one right here. This is my Burberry lipstick in the shade, what's it called? Tea Rose, which is more of a pinkier toned nude again. Oh, not really nude, but it's a light pink kind of color, which I think is going to be quite nice to wear too, especially in spring. So that is the next color. All right, so that is the last of the lipsticks. And then we have a couple lip glosses last, like I said. We do have this one right here, which comes from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Juicy Gloss in the shade Apricot Pop. It's like a orange tone, but I think if I remember correctly, this one comes out almost as clear. So that is the first one. Then we have this NYX lip gloss. This is Everything Lip Oil in the shade, what is it called? Sheer Blush, which is just like a light pink lip oil. Again, it's not too pigmented, but I think it's going to be really, really comfortable to wear. And again, another product I can just keep in my handbag. We have one mini gloss, which is still pretty decently sized. This is from Fenty. I panned one of these in 2024, and I really did enjoy it. I love this formula. This is the Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow Fantasy, which is more of an orangey shade, as you can see, but I'm really excited to pan this specific color. And then the very final product I have on my list, and also final lip gloss, is a full-size one. This one is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Topaz. I just realized I pulled out Amber, so I have the wrong color here, but it's still like a nudie shade. This one is one of the cream formulas, but that one is one of their kind of shimmery formulas, which is the main difference. But again, it is like a nudie, slightly more, I guess, orange toned nude in this. But yeah, that is the shade that I actually want to pan. I don't know why I pulled this one out, but I want to pan the lifted gloss in the shade Topaz. And that is the last of the list of products that I want to finish. And Just to sum up before I wrap up this video, I just want to tell you kind of how it's spread throughout the categories. So for base products, I have 10 products that I want to finish. For cheek products, I have 7. Eye products, I have 15. And lip products, I have 18. So we'll see how I get on in 2025. I will do quality updates for this project just like I did last year, because I think it gives you enough time to, or it gives me enough time to use them and actually show you some of the products. And most of these products will also be in projects, so you can see like the monthly progress in there instead. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I will catch you in my next video going up tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Bye guys.